Here's the truth. Building a successful personal brand is not about creating a cute logo or picking out your favorite colors. It's a deeply creative and spiritual process of reclaiming your truest essence and stepping boldly and confidently out into the world as your most unshackled self. And coming from someone who has mastered the art of rebranding myself more times than I can count and branding over 50 brands, I know exactly what it takes to build a brand that is memorable, impactful, and stands out from the crowd. By the end of this video, you'll have the 8-step framework to building your brand with ease, fun, and clarity. La 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 la, Lola love. If you're new here, I'm Lola Love, your heart-led hype woman, here to help you build your bold brand and charismatic content strategy. If that's your vibe, subscribe and stick around because we're about to get you, boom, branded. If you want to go deeper, grab my free Notion template, join the bootcamp, or work with me directly at YouTube Rockstars or Passion Fruit Productions. Links are all in the description below. Let's get into it. These 8 steps are the exact roadmap I've used to help creatives, leaders, and visionaries become legends. This journey combines spirit, strategy, and structure to help you build your bold brand from the inside out. Number 1, kick off with creativity. Every great thing that you build starts with clarity. So in this first step, it's really important to get clear and focused and grounded in why are you focusing on building your brand? What is the goal of your brand? Why are you doing this process anyways? Is it to attract more clients? Is it to sell a specific program? Is it to get booked for a TED Talk? What is the big goal? And actually choose 3 goals. What are your main 3 goals and focuses and intentions for building your brand? Clarity is power, and this is where you must start. Step 2 is understand your human design and astrology. We're all about building a memorable brand here. And what makes your brand memorable is you being magnetic and being the most you can be. So in this process, it's about looking at your astrology to really discover who you are at a soul level, the blueprint for your energy and your expression and how you show up. And using your human design, the unique blueprint for who you are, how you operate, how you make decisions, and when you're the most you. Using your profile, your design, your environment, all of these things go into play for building out your brand. And to be honest with you, I have literally gone so deep in the rabbit hole of astrology and human design to come up with my brand. And it feels so aligned and so me. And you will feel so powerful, so clear, and so empowered when you line up your personal energetics with your brand. Because I've rabbit holed this so hard, I have literally made the most epic template that you get to plug in all of these parts of your human design and your astrology to unfold your brand and visibility roadmap. It's so good. I give that to you with all these other cool templates of how to actually implement that in my bootcamp. Step 3 is define your brand identity. Your brand identity is the heartbeat, the direction, the foundation of everything your brand is built off of. And that starts with your values. That is what you stand for. Those are the drivers, the focus, the North Star of what's important to you. Everything your brand does, says, creates comes from your values. Next is your vision. What is the vision for the world that you want to create, the world that you want to have a part of impacting? It's so important to get clear on this, especially as a visionary leader. You are going to be leading people to a new world. What is that new world that you see, that you want? For me, I know my vision is to create and live in a world where humans are connected to their heart, to each other, and are creating wildly and boldly and bigly to impact other people, which is why I'm here to help you with your brand and content. Next is your mission, which is who you serve, what you offer, and why you do it. This is the heart of your brand, why you're here. The final piece of your brand identity is putting all of those things together, your values, your vision, your mission, and wrapping it up in a bow that is your message. And your message is your outward communication of all of that connects and resonates with your people. That's your brand identity, and that is where you start. I'd love to hear from you. What do you stand for? What is the foundation of your brand? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear. Step 4, reclaim your brand essence. The brand essence is the multidimensional magic that is your brand. It's the internal workings of who you are. From all my research, I have created the 8 P's framework for discovering your brand essence. And those are purpose, promise, perspective, position, personality, powers, plot, and phrases. If you want all the prompts to go deeper into those and get clarity on it, then join the bootcamp. So many people want to rush to the end process and go to make their brand design, but it's so important to do this really highly strategic process of discovering the internal workings of your brand essence. This dictates where you'll go, what you'll say, and everything your brand will do. And then we get to step 5, which is create your brand expression. This is where you get to create your visuals and your content for how your brand is going to look and feel. And for this, I have created the 3E framework, which is embodiment, environment, and aesthetics. This combines who you are, how you show up, what you wear, what your set looks like, what your assets are, all the things into your expression. This is such a fun, juicy part, and I love helping people create their expression. The important part here is knowing that all of these pieces tell a story for who you are, what's important to you, what you stand for, and what your brand is all about. Next, we get to step 6, which is build your brand design. This is where you get to take everything that you've done and put it into a polished, cohesive brand identity of your visuals. So this is where things come in like your fonts, your colors, logos, icons, graphics, elements, textures, assets, website, photos. This is the visual, tangible things that you can see your brand is. This is your brand design. One thing that just grinds my gears is when I see people with so many different colors and different fonts here and there all the time. And what is so important here is to have a cohesive brand identity. That doesn't mean that every single piece of content you post needs to be perfect and exactly the thing, but it needs to have the same cohesive feel and look. That consistency in design creates instant recognition. And in my first video, I talk about how your brand actually lives in the minds of your audience. So it's really important that when people think about you, they think about, oh, so for me, I have branded myself so hard to be magenta. Everything is magenta. My hair, my colors, my fonts, my set, what I wear. Like, that is me to a T. So when you think of Lola, you think of magenta. And so when I post something, you see it. It's a recognizable, it's a recognition. When people talk about me, they're like, ah. And people send me things all the time. Like, oh, I saw this dress and thought of you. I saw this and thought of you. They're thinking of me. That is a powerful brand. That is what you want to do too. Maybe you don't necessarily have to pick one color, but you want to create that visual aspect of your brand that is memorable, that is recognizable. That is how you're going to be successful and stand out from the rest. My little tip for you to get started with your brand design is to look through Pinterest and see and feel what colors, what images, what things stand out to you that feel like you. And just have fun brainstorming and exploring and playing with it. Next, we get to step 7, which is plan your content strategy. Oh, this part is so much fun. You want to plan content that aligns with everything we've done with your brand and also your passion pillars and flow flavors. So these are terms that I have created. Your passion pillars are your content categories of the constant topics and themes that you always talk about. And your flow flavor is your content creator persona of how you show up that is the most charismatic and unique to you. When you combine the content that you talk about and how you show up in it and you merge this with your brand, boom, charismatic content, content that resonates and connects with people, where you get to shine the biggest you that you can be. And with these, you get to create a system, a strategy, and a structure that has you continually showing up and aligning to your highest expression every single day, every single week. And this could be through series, YouTube series, through Instagram Reel series, through TikTok videos. I hear from so many people that I work with, like, oh, it feels so hard to create content. Oh, I have to create every day. I don't know what to say. What do I do? And this is because you have not found found your unique way of doing it. And when you clarify your passion pillars and your flow flavors, it's effortless, it's easy, and content creation becomes efficient. You can bulk content create once and have content for months. This is what we want to do. We want to use our energy the most efficiently and effective to connect and relate to our audience. So start to think about, what are the 3 to 5 topics and themes and content categories, passion pillars, that you want to talk about? What lights you up, gets you going, that you could talk about for hours? I'd love to hear, so comment below. This is it, you guys. We've made it to step number 8. This is where literally everything comes together to polish your online presence. This is where you get to polish your platforms and profiles to reflect your brand essence and expression. Brand recognition is the most important, right? So as soon as you go to your Instagram, your YouTube, your Facebook, your website, you want to have that cohesive, polished, unified presence, verbiage, visuals, and vibe that is instantly like, oh, that's her. That's her, that's her, that's her. Your online presence is your first impression, so make it count and make it unified. That means having the same picture on all the platforms. That means having the same tagline on all the platforms. That means having everything looking and feeling the same. My challenge for you on this one is to look at all your profiles and platforms, and from the perspective of someone looking at you for the first time and thinking and feeling like, what is the first impression? What is the vibe? What is the feeling? How would someone that doesn't know you think about you? And is that aligned to the impact and the emotional impression that you want to have on someone, right? Because your brand lives in the mind and the experience of your audience. So get into the body and the mind of your audience and see, does that align? Does that resonate? And how could you clean it up and align it more to who you truly are and what you're here to share? We did it. We just went through the 8 steps. That was so fun, so juicy. I could talk about this forever. And I do in my Boom Branded Bootcamp, where you get to go through this process in a lot more depth and a lot more detail. And to be honest, it's an 8-week bootcamp because I want you to get all the things and do it fast. But no, and I preach this and teach this, discovering and developing your brand is an unfolding process. It's an unfolding of removing all the parts and pieces that aren't actually you. The expressions of yourself that you think you need to be professional, or the way that you've dulled your light or dimmed your shine. We need to actually remove all of these masks, all of these things that aren't you, so we can get to the diamond, the gem that is the youest you and the truest you that you can be. And that is what this process does. So whether this process takes you 8 weeks or it takes you 8 months, that's fine, that's perfect. The end result is you embodied in your essence. I'd love to know which of these steps you feel like has the most juice and transformation for you to really dive into. Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to download your free Notion template to start creating your brand right now. It's free and it's in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button. It'll be great for you and for me. I upload videos every single week, so keep on coming back because there is so much magic coming your way. While you're at it, share this video with someone you love and get them in on the Unshackled Revolution, because we're uplifting humanity over here, rocking out with our hearts out, one video at a freaking time. See you soon and stay saucy. Boom, branded. Maybe you don't have to necessarily, oh my God. Lola. I love this part. I love all of this. I love this whole process so much. Oh my God. And here's the thing. 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 Yay.